So welcome back to On Cue. This is a winner's side round 4 matchup. My opponent is Armando. I don't know his surname nor his Fargo rating, but he's a B handicap player like myself. So I've made a ball off the break. I've got the 1 here, bit of top right, come around off 2 rails for the 3. That's finished pretty nice. Bit of draw and right hand side off the rail for the 4 in the bottom right hand corner. And on this new slick cloth, it's quite easy to draw the ball, so I'm trying not to overdraw this as I pull back for the 5 in the top right. A fraction too far. And on this shot, I'm not quite set right, and I'm not quite decided about how I'm getting the cue ball in shape, and therefore I put a bad stroke on it. Missed the pot. Quite fortunate to get away with it, but we apologise. The new AI camera that we've got had a brain fart at that point, decided to look at the jukebox, so you missed Armando winning that rack. So we've now sorted out our AI problems, hopefully, and we're into rack 2. Bit of a safety shot, trying to bank the 1 down and hide it, but unfortunately I've left him a sight of the ball. But distance left and no scratch. I'm going to try and drop this in. And I got a little bit fortunate here, kissing the inside of the 3, giving him a full ball hook. And as I may have mentioned earlier, on these new cushions with the new cloth, the ball throws a lot wider. And so he's misjudged his kick angle. Normally he'd be pretty good at kicking, Armando. And another little camera issue. For some reason the AI just decided to turn off the autofocus. So apologies for this little temporary blurring of the image. Beautiful long shot there by Armando. Shape for the 3. Got to draw back nicely for the 4. Fortunately, the focus is back now. Just follow forward. 1 rail. He's got the 5 in the bottom right. I just missed his timing there. Left me a thin cut, which I can try and throw the cue ball around the angles. Caught it way too thick, however. Left him a chance. Albeit a distance. But a beautiful strike. And as I mentioned, look at that slick cloth and the draw. And he's frightfully unlucky there to finish hooked behind the 9. And again, the slippery cushions have caught him out and he's scratched, giving me ball in hand. So I'm drawing back. I just want to get just off straight. This is a plain ball shot. Just pop it in, not too hard. Leave yourself a nice angle on the 8 ball. So you can play this with a bit of bottom, left hand side. And I've got the line right, but the length is a little bit lacking. So I've finished under the rail, which is a horrible shot. Just got to try and keep dead still, especially keep your chin still. Don't move that head. And I'm pleased with that. Puts me on the scoreboard, 1 each. We got a few fans there saying hello. You folks back home. And a cracking break there, smashed them, got 3 balls in, one of which was the 9. But unlike normal 9 ball, if you get the 9 in one of the top 2 pockets, it does not count in terms of winning the game. Quite fortunate there. But again, slop is allowed in 9 ball, and it works for you as it works against you. You've got to take the rough with the smooth. Now I'm drawing back with reverse side. I'm trying to leave the 5 in the top left hand corner, but all I can see is the thin edge. Now I'm looking to see if I can hit it into the side rail. It can come back and it can hit the 9. Maybe get the top edge of the 9 and cut it in for the win. And that's precisely as I imagined it. You don't often see them. Quite pleased with that. 2-1. But it's dangerous celebrating when the match is still ongoing, and although I was a little bit excited, it's never a good sign to tempt the billiard gods by celebrating prematurely. But a failure to hit the ball to a rail, so I get ball in hand. Just pop it nicely behind the 2. You see that cloth wants to run and run. Little stun with left hand side. Just to touch the rail and get the side to do the work, come down for the 3. was trying to finish straight there. I'm just off straight, but I can stun this. I've got the 4 in the top right. I've already worked out I can do a combo 5 onto the 6, so I just need to have a nice sight of the 5 ball. You see a little bit of right hand side checking the cue ball. Quite fortunate to slip past those two. Had it been treetop, that would have made it quite tricky. And so just right now I've got to just draw back and soft and delicate for the 7 in the opposite side. And I've overhit that quite badly. Cue ball's in between the two and I'm slightly rushed, not getting down on the shot properly. You could say I was a bit peeved at my early mistake, and I paid the price there because I just drew straight in the pocket. Moral of the story, reset, take your time, forget about what's just happened and make the most of what you've got in front of you. That's what Armando did, running out those 3 balls. He's leveled the match, it's hill, all to play for. It's a dry break, so I'm looking at playing this one with bottom and left hand side. That will reverse off the cushion and bring the cue ball back into the middle of the table for the 2. Nice delicate shot, not too hard. And it's just off straight. I can run forward for a just off straight 3 ball. Don't want to be straight on the 3. This is a little bit straighter than I wanted, but I'm fortunate I can still force this round the angle, and I got a nice stroke on that. Bit of top and left hand side, got the cue ball out the corner, but I am on the rail. And so playing this with top, you just know that the cue ball is going to arc a little bit into the long rail, and I'm always going to have a very thin cut on this 5 if I'm going to try and take it in the top left. So change of plan, I'm going to try it in the top right because that offers a better safety if I don't make the pot. Caught it a bit thick, usually better off hitting those thinner than thicker, but that's not too bad, I'll settle for that. Armando trying to tuck me up behind the 9, but he's not hit it, and that 5's dressing up nicely over the side pocket. So 2 rails, cue ball in the centre of the table with a 6 up the rail into the bottom right hand corner. I took a bit of time on this, but I wasn't sure whether to go once across or twice across, so I'm trying twice across just in case that happened, and it did in fact bobble. Now I was trying to just cover the pocket if I didn't make it, but I was very fortunate to leave him locked up tight on the 7, and once again the slippery rails caught him out, so he's given up ball in hand. Just 4 balls left. Don't finish straight, golden rule. Bottom and left hand side. Didn't really get the action into that, left myself well short, needed to be a lot closer to the 8. And I'm slightly distracted on this shot, something going on off to my left, and I should have got up. I didn't. And the moral of the story, folks, any distraction, get up. But very fortunate to leave him where I did. I could just as easily have scratched and that would have been game over. So Armando misses, leaves me a shot. I've got to play this with a ton of left hand side to try and check the cue ball. I just committed myself, and very pleased to see that drop and the cue ball come down and finish on the right side of the 9. And another 3-2 win. I'll take that one, folks. Thank you very much.